It's another Black Friday in the Bahamas, and instead of crowds and deals, college hoops carry on in the final day of competition.
Gives to Ebe, and Prince jams it in. There's the jam by Ricky Doyle.
The Michigan Wolverines got it done last night, putting up an impressive and a record 102 points. They look to do it again, this time against Shaka Smart and the Texas Longhorns, coming off a victory of their own.
Blocked by Prince.
And later, the Washington Huskies and the Charlotte 49ers seal up the last day on Paradise Island. The 2015 Battle for Atlantis rolls on right now.
And welcome, our final day in paradise here at Atlantis, and we bring you to Paradise Island, the Bahamas, for the Battle for Atlantis. The 5th annual edition, getting ready to wrap up tonight. From the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines. From the Big 12, the Texas Longhorns. An intriguing matchup we have for you. Never a leftover after Thanksgiving here in the Battle for Atlantis. Kenny Rice, Seth Davis, Tom Walsh, glad that you're with us. Hope you're enjoying your holiday weekend. Earlier today, it was Syracuse taking this edition of the championship. A hard-fought game with Texas A&M, but they walk away with the victory here today. Coming up later tonight, closing things out, it will be Washington and Charlotte. That is the game following us. Now to focus on the Longhorns and the Wolverines, and first off, Michigan, manhandling Charlotte last night. We've seen some freshmen step up in this tournament, one of them stepping up big, Mo Wagner from Berlin, the 6'11" German kid that looked great.
You call him Mo Wagner, I call him Mo Buckets, because that's what he got last night against Charlotte. Out of nowhere, literally went for 19 points, 8 for 9 shooting. Look at the skill on the young man. Came over from Berlin, did not play any high school ball in America, which is unusual in and of itself. They thought they might redshirt him because he's so thin at 210 pounds. Right now he's close to the 230, but Michigan is so suspect in terms of their interior scoring. John Beilein thought he was going to redshirt him, decided to play him, and this kid can play. He won't start tonight, but he's going to get Mo minutes.
Mo minutes for him. Mo minutes also coming up for a man that he may be going head-to-head with. He is averaging a double-double right now, and that is Cam Ridley, the veteran player inside for the Longhorns.
That's right, Cam Ridley, 6 foot 10 inches, 290 pounds. He's in good physical condition, really worked on that. Conditioning in the offseason. He is the primary physical presence inside for the Longhorns. As Kenny, you mentioned, he's averaging a double-double in points and rebounds, and it'll be a point of emphasis. They want those guards penetrating the lanes, looking to drop it off inside to Ridley. And I'll tell you what, the one thing he's really got to do is stay out of foul trouble.
And now we take a look at the starting lineup, brought to you by Coke Zero, the official fan refreshment of NCAA basketball. Of course, one of the top players in the country, Karis LeVert, averaging 18 a game. Ricky Doyle also had a big game last night. Walton runs things from outside, Dawkins and Irvin on the wing. That is the way it lines up for Coach John Beilein. In his 38th year as a head coach, has never been an assistant, and in his 9th year at the helm of the Wolverines. And now for the Longhorns of Texas, it is Isaiah Taylor, leads them with 14 points a game. Felix, their point guard, had a big night last night, hitting in double figures. Holland has been solid. Lambert is their blue-collar worker. And, of course, we talked about Ridley and that double-double average. And the head coach of Texas, his 7th year overall, his first year with the Longhorns, Shaka Smart. And it's been a feeling-out process, as Coach Smart has told us this week. They're learning his system. Obviously, he inherited most of these guys. They have some senior guys, and they're learning a little bit more about Havoc down in Austin. Keep Austin weird, keep Havoc strong, and life is good for Texas this year if it works out. So it's an intriguing matchup with these two clubs right now at this stage of the season. Texas 2-2, Michigan 3-2. This is the 5th meeting overall between the programs. It's knotted at 2 each. The Wolverines won the last meeting last year.
Of course, Ken, you mentioned about what Shaka Smart did at VCU, taking them to the Final Four with that Havoc system, but you wouldn't know it by the way his Longhorns play. They don't use that end-to-end full-court pressure. We may see a little bit of it tonight, but he coaches to his personnel like every good coach does. So We're not going to see that full court trapping 40 minutes of pressure that we're used to seeing when he was back in Richmond, Virginia.
Having to get used to playing with big guys that didn't have that kind of size at VCU, with a 6'10", 290 Ridley and a 6'10", 235 Lambert inside. Gary Maxwell, Bert Smith, Jerry Pollard, our officiating crew. All the teams that came here, all 8, said the purpose was to play in a tournament-like environment. They had a little bit of a feeling of March already in November and learn about themselves, and these teams will do some more of that tonight. It's underway, and here come the Longhorns with Isaiah Taylor, the 6'3" junior, operating out front.
Isaiah Taylor, really good point guard for Texas, does everything well except shoot the long-range shot. Not part of his arsenal.
Connor Lambert just ran over a defender, no call early, about 5 seconds into the game.
And steps on Holland, Michigan's ball.
Story for this week at the Atlantis and first few weeks of the college basketball season: fouls and free throws. Who outscores whom at the foul line? Probably going to win. And the problem for Texas, defending without fouling. Michigan really doesn't foul that much.
Walton with it, 7 on the shot clock. Outside, Dawkins for 3. Aubrey Dawkins, 6'6" sophomore from Palo Alto, California.
They really want to get Dawkins going. He hasn't shot it well his last couple of games.
Lambert inside Ridley. He backs in on Doyle. Big man loses it. Michigan clears it out. Here comes LeVert. Straight away, Irvin. Holland with it for the Longhorns. Holland coast to coast for the hoop.
The Holland struggled down here in the Bahamas. That's a good sign for the Longhorns. Nice transition, as you said, coast to coast.
Texas would like to keep that offensive tempo about that way. When they see openings down the lane, take advantage. That was their strength last night in the win over Washington. Dawkins baseline, double team. Outside Walton for 3. A pair of threes for the Wolverines, up 6-2. Down at the other end, Ridley by himself had trouble bringing it in. Now takes steps.
Derek Walton Jr. from Michigan has really shot the ball well here at the Atlantis on the season, shooting 65%, coming in. A lot of points on the board last night, Mr. Rice.
Mr. Davis, it was a record for an Atlantis team, and that 55-point margin, the largest for a Michigan team in 70 years. Remember, we covered that game as well.
Yes.
Yeah, back in 1946 we were there.
Tom was doing stats.
Tom was doing stats. He was a mere kid back then. But it was a complete rout last night of Charlotte.
Well, you know, Michigan also shot almost 80% in the second half.
Irvin's 3 rattles out. Ridley rebounds.
It was quite a performance.
And Doyle called for the foul out front.
Zach Irvin for Michigan starts off 0 for 2. And he is just getting his body back. Had off-season back surgery, as Mo Bucket's going to check in now for Michigan. Get some early minutes after his 19 points last night. But Michigan needs to get Zach Irvin back in the flow and back at full strength. He was dormant for 3 months, so he's playing, but he's not nearly what they hope he'll be come January.
Different level of competition tonight for Moritz Wagner, who just checked in. We'll see if he has some confidence carryover after that career-high 19 against Charlotte.
Yeah, he looked outstanding offensively, as you said. I'm interested to see, as Ridley goes to the bench, Ridley with that 60-pound size advantage inside.
Prince eBay in the lineup, another veteran. Those front line guys, those big guys for Texas, they've been together for 4 years in the program. That shot blocked on Dawkins. Taylor running. Whistle and a foul out front. Dawkins picks it up, his first, second on the Wolverines. eBay sets the screen. Taylor. They work it around Lambert, who can hit a three. Felix, baseline. Taylor gets a good look at a three and nails it.
Only his second made three of the season. Maybe that'll get him going.
Nice play by Felix. Drew the defenders on the penetration.
Walton down the lane, and he's fouled.
Here's a look at Felix right there. Drew all the defenders, found Taylor outside, spotted up behind the three-point arc. You know, Felix I've been really impressed with in this tournament, Seth and Kenny. He's done a really nice job, plays within himself, very smart, intelligent player, and he's really had a nice tournament.
He goes out and Eric Davis comes in, who has had a great tournament and almost got the steal there. Davis Jr., a freshman who has led this team in scoring throughout the tournament. Levert shooting it over eBay. Short.
Not good offense from Karis LeVert.
Taylor trying to lob it for eBay. Tipped out of bounds.
One thing you hear the scouting report on LeVert is he tends to pound the ball and not really go anywhere. It took about 6-7 dribbles there. Nowhere to go. You got a 6'11" guy trying to guard you 18 feet from the basket driving.
Down the lane. Shot not there for Roach just in.
Didn't go, but he did get all the way to the rim, didn't he?
He was right around it. Here comes Walton the other way.
Your Texas, I think you got to be pretty encouraged by the quickness advantage you have, especially on the perimeter.
Cutting through Walton. Over to Dawkins, wide open, and nails the three.
That's good offense. Nice find by Walton. Dawkins had all day.
A pair of threes for Dawkins, and the Wolverines back by 4. Walton to Levert. He's bumped. Fouls going on the Texas big man. That will be the second on eBay as he fouls the Michigan leading scorer. Wolverines up early, 9-5 over the Longhorns here in the battle for Atlantis. Michigan team averaging 9 a game has 6 already. He had made 6 three-pointers coming into tonight, and he's already hit 2. And looks so smooth on both of them. Good ball movement. Out front, meanwhile, Derek Walton also getting in on the action, and once again, here's Aubrey Dawkins. That one giving Michigan the lead they enjoy now of 9-5 over Texas.
He had come into this game only shooting 3 for his last 12 from three-point range. Was pretty bad in the losses to Xavier and UConn. 3 for 11 from 3 in those games. So with Zach Irvin, as I mentioned, not quite at full strength. And Michigan needs that third leg in the stool after Walton and LeVert. And that's part of the theme with Michigan as well. They've beat up on the really bad teams, and they've lost to the 2 good teams they've played. Now, this is a good team they're playing tonight.
Good test for both teams here tonight. LeVert takes an extra step, turnover.
He's a little out of sorts in the early going. Not going to last forever. We know that. He's too good.
And as he goes, so too the Wolverines. Davis, Lambert, Taylor working it around outside. Roach is still in there. And now in the lineup for the first time tonight, Shaquille Clear, who had a good game last night off the bench.
Texas got to pound it inside. That's their advantage.
Here's Roach in the corner. Shot by Taylor short. Lambert hustles, which he does as well as anyone out there. Not quite able to save that one.
Believe me, if you're Michigan, you can live with Isaiah Taylor shooting threes all night. You have the size advantage inside, go to it. But then again, Big Mo's in the middle, and I don't think anyone wants a piece of Big Mo.
Holding on. Gary Maxwell. Well, that was a smart move. Grab the biggest thing near you. If you're falling down, that happened to be Lambert, about 235 or 40 pounds of him.
Dexterous and deft.
Nice pass inside. There's the basket by Wagner off the assist from Walton.
Mo buckets and one.
Really see the confidence in this young man over the last 4.5 quarters. Nice pass inside, good position, goes up, puts it in. I like the emotion this young man plays with. Kind of wears his emotion on his sleeve. Big smile after he converted.
Duncan Robinson in, Dawkins out for Michigan. And there's a good look at Moritz Wagner from Berlin, Germany. As Seth mentioned, figure you might play a little high school ball or something.
Well, most international players who come to the States have some level of experience, usually at an American prep school. He has none.
Figure prep school would be the way to go, but they put him in there. They need him. So far, so good. And coming right back, Felix hits for Texas. There's a steal. Davis in a foot race that he wins and won. Outrunning Robinson to the basket and drawing the foul.
That's a bad defensive play. Either foul him so he doesn't score or let him go. Why give away the chippy?
I saw the contact there on the arm. Robinson told the refs I didn't touch him, but got a good look there. He did. It was a touch foul, but it was a foul.
And here's been the man that has had the breakout tournament for the Longhorns. 6'2" freshman from Saginaw, Michigan, Eric Davis Jr., who's averaging 17 for the tournament. That leads the team in that department, had 19 on the opening night. He's pulled Texas within 2.
Shaka Smart's getting a lot of mileage out of his bench.
Inside, Levert, not there. Claire battling for it, and Claire does not get it. Wagner throws it off him out of bounds. That did not look like a freshman. Very smart move by the big man for Michigan.
Well, that's one thing the coaches rave about with Wagner is how smart he is, the way he thinks the game. And Tom, you hit it right on the head. That's energy right there. You know, Beeline loves that. What a find.
Brought it last night, hasn't cooled off. Timeout, Michigan. There's some havoc at half court. Texas pressuring Michigan. The Wolverines forced to use a timeout.
Interesting to me, guys, that Cameron Ridley has spent some pretty substantial minutes here on the bench. The main physical presence for the Longhorns inside. We've seen Lambert, we've seen Claire. I'd look to see Cameron Ridley get back in there. He's only got the 1 foul.
Well, conditioning has historically been an issue for Cameron Ridley. He's done a good job getting his body better. You know, ideally, if he can give him 25 minutes a game, that's going to be considered a win. He is prone to foul trouble, so he's back in the game, Tom. I guess Shaka heard you.
Ridley and Davis in there. Taylor is in there. Felix as well. And Mack in. Tevin Mack, who guards the inbound. Robinson looking to throw. Comes out high to Levert. Walton against Taylor. Wagner with the pick. In the corner. Shot on its way. Good by Robinson. That is his forte. Right back. Davis feeling it with the 3.
One on Michigan. Splash.
Right back Robinson. Another 3. Now it's Texas' turn. Put on the track cleats here. Taylor backs off. Robinson struggled in the first game of this tournament. Got a little better last night, and he is capable of knocking down 4 or 5 of those in quick fashion.
Yeah, that's his game.
Felix for 3, not there, gets his own rebound. Down the lane, Taylor, beautiful pass, Ridley jams it.
Beautiful pass by Isaiah Taylor.
Started with the follow-up, stayed with his own shot and turned it into an assist.
And that's what the Texas coaching staff want. They want those guards penetrating.
Robinson backdoor, Irvin wide open. Davis wants a screen from Ridley. Now he does it. Backs off, looks to Shaka Smart. Taylor down the lane. Over to Davis for 3. Rebound, Mack.
Davis missed the shot, but you can't leave him like that. Got to mark him up.
Oh, Wagner doing a nice job of fronting Ridley.
Texas big man wants it. He gets it now. Shot clock is at 4 seconds.
Problem is he caught it too far out. Give it to him the first time when he's on the block. Feed him. Feed that big man. Feed him till he burps.
Michigan, Texas, shooting it out here in the Bahamas. Eric Davis with the 3. Duncan Robinson right back with a pair of them for Michigan. Wolverines by 5.
Michigan up 5 in the Bahamas. This is John Beilein offense. The big man, Mo Wagner, is up top. So you see all this space in the lane. And Mr. Freshman here, Tevin Mack, is going to come over and get lost looking at the ball. And Zach Irvin's going to make him pay. Watch what happens. It starts with all of the space in the lane. And right there, Mack is looking at the ball, and boom, he gets lost. So if you are going to play defense against Michigan, your primary objective is to watch out for that back cut, but you can't do it if you lose your man. Tevin Mack, the freshman, just got schooled by the old professor, John Beilein.
There you see the 3-point difference for the Wolverines. They've hit 5 of 7 threes, 2 from 2-point range. Back to action, only 4 seconds on the shot clock on the inbounds. Lambert knows that, puts a shot up, it's not there. Corralled by Walton, here he comes for Michigan. Robinson has been hot and remains that way. 3 threes for Duncan Robinson.
He is feast or famine. When he sees that first one go, get ready, because they're coming in the flurry. You don't want a shooter of his caliber gaining confidence.
That's why they brought him in. Was a star at Division III Williams College, led them to the national finals. Not many D3 players coming to Division I and being an impact. Robinson is. Big man Ridley gets the rebound inside, and he's fouled.
Nice job working inside by the big post player. He struggled from the free throw line during the tournament. As we see, nice inside position. They brought Ricky Doyle in, who gives Michigan a little bit more bulk inside compared to Mo Wagner, but he wasn't able to keep Ridley off the blocks. Let's see if Ridley can knock these free throws down. He's really struggled here.
Had a double-double last night. It was Ridley and Prince Ebay and Connor Lambert that all came in together. Ricky Doyle goes to the bench, his second personal foul, and if it is in the Beilein way, he will stay on that bench for the rest of this half with 10:35 to go. We saw that in game 1 of this tournament when the star Karis LeVert picked up his second and set out the last 8 minutes of the first half.
And this is only Texas's 3rd free throw of the night. Last night they shot 42.
That's really
Washington.
That's really an area where Ridley's got to improve, is those free throw shots. I mean, he has really continued to struggle.
DJ Wilson in for Michigan. He had some nice minutes last night. On top again, Robinson leaves it over for Walton. Nice pass inside and the jam by Wilson. Just in the game, flushes down 2, and the Wolverines have their biggest lead at 10.
Shaka Smart's been talking all week about Texas committing defensively and executing. Not seeing either one of those things tonight. They're getting shredded.
Roach directs traffic.
Michigan shooting 62% right now. And Cameron really still getting the ball 20 feet from the basket.
Roach, 3. Kerwin Roach Jr., the freshman out of Houston, nails that.
I think Roach and Mack getting untracked is a big key tonight for the Longhorns. Two of those talented freshmen.
And there you see again another nice pass inside. Wilson finishing it off on the Walton assist.
You can see John Beilein continuing to try to develop his front court depth. That is definitely the point of weakness coming into the season. DJ Wilson giving him some quality minutes, and of course Wagner. So very much a work in progress are the Michigan Wolverines, but he's got to be happy with what he's seen the first 11 minutes so far. Texas just unable to guard them effectively.
Pair of 6'10 freshmen playing well. Wagner and Wilson here for Michigan. And passing well. 8 assists on 9 field goals. Texas applies some token pressure. Muhammad Ali, Abdur-Rahman in the lineup for Michigan.
Now going to the zone, trying to find something defensively.
Robinson gives it in the middle to Cameron Chapman just in. Chapman gets it back. Lambert on him.
Better locate those shooters.
Shot clock is at 3. Levert a long 3, and Ridley skies to bring it down. Felix in the corner. They work it to the side, and in the corner on the other side, it is Kerwin Roach missing that one. And a foul inside.
Michigan up 7 here. Levert hasn't even scored. Not only their leading scorer, one of the best players in the country, and Texas trying to match some three-pointer for three-pointer. Doesn't make sense to me. Punch it inside.
Texas ball left of the basket.
Cameron Ridley's got to go inside and post hard.
Roach driving on Levert.
Yeah, I agree, Seth. Cameron Ridley really, I think, too complacent right now, not getting inside, getting big inside, trying to draw that pass. He's been coming out too far away from the basket. There he is again, 20 feet away.
Roach driving, hanging, not there. Tip is good by Ridley.
Well, that was a nice follow by the big man.
Take another look at Roach down the lane.
I think Roach may have gotten the tip
I think
himself.
Roach is going to get it.
Yep.
Roach credit for that. He has 5 points.
Can't see Roach when Ridley goes in there.
Well, you can't. When most guys go in there, they disappear behind the 290-pound Ridley. And Texas would much rather have this man at the line trying to cap a three-point play.
Kerwin Roach is some gifted athlete. Hasn't shot the ball well and is done actually fairly well from the foul line, but he is fast.
Robinson backs off, moves in, gives it back to Wagner inside with 2. Nice play. Little give and go. Robinson to Wagner, who puts it in.
And notice that Wagner threw it out the first time, didn't force it. Thinks the game at a very high level.
Well, Wagner continues to do a nice job fronting Ridley.
Felix with Levert on him and hits the 3. He has 5.
He always seems to come up with a big shot at the right time.
Robinson with Lambert on him. Chapman in the middle, wide open, 17 straight away, in and out. Here's Roach for Texas. A 3 on the way. Couldn't get the bounce. Wagner clears. Playing well at both ends, the young guy from Michigan. Levert splits defenders. Abdur-Rahman with the 3. Shortest guy on the court comes away with the rebound. 5'11" Felix.
Can we get Cameron Ridley one post touch? Just one.
A lot of people are breathing hard out there, Seth.
There he is, giving the ball.
There he is, and there's the foul on Wagner. Wagner not letting the big man muscle him, though. He's given about 75 pounds to him and hanging in there. Right now, it's Michigan 27, Texas 23 in this battle for Atlantis. They have gone at it since the start of this one. Michigan up 27-23 over Texas. We expected this kind of battle, and especially inside. That's Cameron Ridley, number 55, all 290 pounds of the senior, against Moritz Wagner, the 6'10", maybe generously listed 220 freshman center for Michigan.
And that's just got to be an area where Texas takes advantage of that bulk inside. You saw Wagner holding his head after getting the elbow. Both teams liking to get in transition up and down the court. I think that was a good timeout for both teams. Let everyone catch their breath.
Wagner's been impressive. He has not backed down. We talked about the freshman last night, had 19 against Charlotte. How would he do against better competition, against a big man and a veteran player like Ridley? He's holding his own.
Yeah, he's doing a nice job of fronting, really making Ridley work to try to get position.
One out of two for Ridley. Some pressure by the Longhorns.
A lot of things have not gone well for Texas tonight, but they're only down 3. One thing they have done is take LeVert out of the game. Just wonder how long that's going to last.
Whistling a foul on Barnett, seeing his first action in this tournament. And back in the lineup is Clear. Going to the sideline is Ridley. Outside LeVert. Line, lane, hanging and hitting.
First bucket of the night won't be the last, I presume.
If it is, it's a long night the rest of the way for the Wolverines, isn't it? That shot is strong. Barnett going for it. Jordan Barnett picks up his second personal in quick fashion. The 6'6" sophomore from St. Louis seeing his first action in this tournament. Walton looks over the situation. Robinson has had 3 threes. They work it over to Dawkins, who had the hot hand earlier from beyond the arc. Try to get it to LeVert. It's tipped and not able to hang on to it. Davis, it'll stay with Michigan.
I think the zone defenses work quite well for Texas. The fact that they only have 5 team fouls underscores that to Michigan's 8. That's been a big problem for Texas in the early going, is fouling.
This might be some kind of record as Roach comes back in.
It was interesting watching Syracuse capture this championship. I was talking to Jim Boeheim about, these coaches are going to have to play more zone the way the game is being called. And he said, well, you can't just play a zone. You got to teach it. You got to work on it. You got to put in your time. He's been doing it for 15, 20 years.
He's the master of it. LeVert hitting that.
And now Michigan in the 2-3.
I was going to say a record. I don't know if Michigan's played this long into a season where they haven't put their team in the bonus.
Well, you see how the forwards inch up, so it almost looks like a 3-2. That's the signature of a Syracuse-style zone. So you counter that by overloading one side.
Taylor splits the zone. That's the way you take that attack down the gut of it if you can.
Perfect example. The zone is designed to stop dribble penetration. If somebody can go from the top of the key and hit an open layup, it means you're playing the zone poorly because you haven't practiced it enough.
Wagner. Walton, a good look at a 3.
How about Wagner? Shot fake, putting it on the deck and firing the pass to the corner. I mean, he is really good.
Roach gives it over to Barnett and gets it right back.
Nice job by the Horns to reset. They were in transition. Nothing was there. Give it to your quarterback, Taylor.
Looks like they're back in man right now.
In the corner, Roach hits the three. Holland actually hits that. DeMarcus Holland back in the game. And the senior from Garland hits a needed three for the Longhorns.
Another good sign for the Longhorns. Holland perhaps struggled more than any other Longhorn.
Tell you what, for a couple of teams who are playing their third game in 3 days, strong young legs out there.
LeVert straightaway three. Karis LeVert.
We got buckets out here.
He has 8, Michigan 35-29. Deep three, not there that time for Roach. Here comes Walton. Walton will try again, pulls up himself and nails it.
He is feeling very confident with his outside shot right now.
He has 6, Michigan up 9.
Michigan's doing a great job of moving the ball around the perimeter. That time it was just Walton on his own, but they've really done a nice job here in the first half.
He came into this game making 65% from behind the arc.
A lot of standing around right now offensively for the Horns.
Taylor hanging, shot won't go. Nice hustle in there by Barnett, but he comes right to Michigan, and here's Walton. Stolen away by Holland. Holland in a foot race that he'll win all the way. Nice defensive play by Isaiah Taylor as he puts it through.
Nice quick hands there, just picked his pocket. That's not easy to do against these guards from Michigan.
LeVert working, pulls up. Roach claims it. Wow.
He get up.
Taylor out, Barnett launches a three.
Pull that out and reverse it. Well, let me tell you something. All the talk about the way the game is being officiated and all these new rules, this is what's supposed to happen. This team's on pace to get to 80, and only 13 fouls here in the first half.
Exactly. Dawkins launches it as the shot clock's winding down. Shot is good by Robinson. Does it count?
No,
shot clock violation.
Beeline wants to look at it. Trust me, John. It's a violation. We can look. It should count anyway. When you're throwing a half-court shot, even if you beat the clock, even if you don't beat the clock, it should count. John wants him to look at it, but it's definitely late.
I think what he was complaining about, and he thought the shot before may have got some rim. I think that's what I'm reading his lips with the officials.
Let's take another look and see if the big key will be, we know that one goes in. Shot clock is showing right at 0, but you made a good point. If it touched the iron at all, there should have been a reset of 30.
Yeah, that's what I think he was complaining about. I think he acknowledged the shot itself got off at 0.
We will continue to deliberate, evaluate, and look at this during this commercial timeout. Back from Atlantis after this. Michigan is up 38-31 on Texas. Just moments ago, a shot clock violation on Michigan. Duncan Robinson put it through right as the clock hit 0. We'll take another look at it in just a moment. The real question seems to be, maybe not quite the shot clock violation. Did it hit the rim? That's the key. So we take another look at the shot. This is prior to Robinson getting it back. Doesn't look like it hit any iron there, does it?
No, it didn't hit the rim, and Duncan Robinson's make was clearly after the shot clock went off, so John Beeline dutifully arguing his case to no avail.
And a good move by the veteran coach.
We've had a nice, clean, fast-paced first half of basketball. Now this was from before, when they're running by on a shot like this, they give a finger wave to the table, let them know they want to review whether it's a 2 or a 3. Clearly that's a 3 for Derek Walton, which is, I believe, what they ruled initially. But you're talking about Michigan is making 56% from the field. Texas is making 46. 10 turnovers between them, 13 fouls, and 69 points. Good first half of basketball.
And Texas with only 5 team fouls.
There's a long replay review. They're either reviewing the plays or they're playing Keno over there.
If they start flashing multiple numbers, we'll know the difference.
Then we'll know, looking at OTB over there. So, I mean, clearly the ball did not hit the rim, so the clock should not have reset. So I think we can resume the game.
A lot of time here.
Well, you know, it's not going to change the more they look at it, so. And you can't see the clock in any of the replays that I've seen, which means that they're going to have to stick with the original call.
As you can see, the monitor, they're seeing what we're showing. So you're seeing the same thing that the refereeing crew is looking at right now.
The problem is when the camera pans to the right, I mean, you can just, you don't see it go to 0. Yeah, they call the shot
clock violation has officially been determined.
A nice thorough review, and that's 3 minutes of our lives we'll never get back, Kenny. And at our age, that's a problem.
That is. Our shot clock could expire at any moment. But the good Lord willing and the tide don't rise will remain here for the rest of the evening with you. John Beeline still getting his case made.
Well, it's just, you know, let's play basketball, guys. Let's go.
Especially given that
Tom Walsh has dinner reservations. Let's go.
Yeah, and they got a good momentum going, Michigan. They're in a good flow.
You had a long replay review. We had a commercial break. Let's go.
They set a record 102 points last night for a battle for Atlantis. That was probably a record of a review for a shot clock violation as well.
Michigan in the 1-3-1 now.
Davis out there along with Felix.
1-3-1 making a big comeback in college basketball. Even Mike Krzyzewski's played it some. Love it.
Felix gives to Lambert inside trying for Ridley. Max saves it. 4 on the shot clock. It's short, but he's fouled.
I just don't understand why Cameron Ridley's not getting the ball down low. He's not doing a good enough job demanding it. They're not doing a good enough job feeding it to him.
And Mo Wagner has picked up his second foul with 1:15 to go here in the first half. Ricky Doyle has been sitting a long time on the bench, the starting center for Michigan, after picking up 2 fouls early in this half.
Ridley has 1 shot attempt tonight. I'd like to see him get more. I'll tell you what, Kenny, you know, I learned recently that in international play, in their box scores, they keep track of fouls drawn. I don't know why we don't do that.
Bad stat.
That's an easy stat to keep, important stat to know.
Ridley gets the offensive rebound, takes it back up on DJ Wilson just in the game, and a foul goes on Wilson.
And he got that offensive rebound without even trying. He just kind of stood there. The ball bounced right to him because he takes up so much space.
He picks up his first. They'll be shooting 2 the rest of the way, the 10th team foul.
On the middle of this offensive rebound, and he's just moving DJ Wilson aside. And a lot of pumpkin there. Thought that was a clean block. And good to see Cameron Ridley knocking down. The foul shot came in as a 46% free throw shooter. That's a problem.
Mark Donnell for the first time in the lineup for Michigan tonight as Wilson goes out.
Now 2 for 6 from the line for Cam Ridley as we see the Texas pressure.
Here's Walton over to Irvin. 1 minute to go.
Back into the 2-3. A lot of zone here in the first half, both teams.
In the middle of it is LeVert. Irvin for 3. Zach Irvin. 6'6" junior from Fishers, Indiana, gives Michigan a 9-point lead once again. Felix. Corner, baseline, Taylor, nice drive, reverse won't go. Rebound cleared off by Donnell. Here comes Michigan. And the shot clock is off. 15 seconds to go in the first half. LeVert out front. 3 on the way, hits it. And Michigan has its biggest lead of the night. On that, the 11th point by their star Karis LeVert. The Wolverines lead by a dozen, going to the locker room over the Longhorns.
There was some confusion there on the Texas defense. I don't know why Cameron Ridley's defending Karis LeVert 20 feet from the basket, but we know who's going to win that mismatch.
Standing by now with Coach John Beilein. Let's go over to Tom Walsh.
Coach, your team's really doing a great job of sharing the basketball. 7 different players have scored. Comment about the offensive flow tonight.
Well, that's what we have to do. I think we noticed in some of our earlier games, the ball was sticking a lot. You know, guys were really wanting to win the game, but they thought maybe they had to do too much. We're just really trying to keep the ball moving better and better all the time.
All right, good luck in the second half.
All right, thank you.
Michigan hitting their threes. That last one by LeVert, giving them a lead of 12, 44-32 at half. It's been a fun first half to watch. Great passing all the way around. Irvin getting the feed from Robinson. And coming right back, the big man Cam Ridley putting it down. Back and forth they've gone. Michigan hot from 3. Wolverines up. Halftime activities. Stay with us.
In that half, and he's just now getting untracked.
LeVert and Walton along with Dawkins and Irvin, and back in there Ricky Doyle, the original starters for the Wolverines.
They're going to see a pretty ball hawking type defense now from the Longhorns.
LeVert inside Irvin, blocked by Lammert. Lammert also called for the foul.
And there's that play where the defender walks up, or they say walls up into the shooter. But as you know, Shaka said to Tom there coming out of halftime, Texas is going to have to defend a lot better than it did in the first half. It is not easy to defend Michigan because their sets are so precise. But you know, to allow a team shoot 60% from the floor, 11 for 17. Michigan only shot 1 free throw the entire first half, and yet they're up 13. Can't happen.
Here comes the Longhorns. Taylor and Felix and Holland on the perimeter. Lammert and Ridley inside. It comes to Ridley over Doyle.
Nice entry pass there by Isaiah Taylor. Ridley was working hard. He called for the ball. He got it. Nice little baby hook. Good start there for the Longhorns.
Ridley has 6. Doyle on top. Walton out to Irvin. Ridley knocks it out of bounds as driving along the baseline was Dawkins cut off.
Looked like Holland picked up the charge there. Nice play.
And Holland stayed right with it to draw that foul.
Really outside the arc. Shaka wants better defense. First minute of the second half, he got it. 19 to go.
He said it wasn't nearly good enough there in the first half. I think
inside Ridley for the jam.
It's been there all night, fellas. It's been there all night. They're 2 for 2 going to him in the second half.
It's like they've discovered new land, haven't they? 4 quick points here for Ridley inside.
That's the recipe for success.
There's not a single front court player on Michigan's roster who can deal with Cameron Ridley in the low post.
LeVert, baseline floater. Not there. Doyle rebound, right back. It's in, but it won't count. Touching it right above the cylinder was Dawkins, and he knew it.
John Beilein saying it wasn't, but it's not, you know, any part of the ball over the cylinder, even a little bit part of the ball over the cylinder, it's a goaltend. I didn't think that was close. I mean, that's 2/3 of the ball.
Holland, his first shot of the half. Lambert there to give him a fresh 30.
Nice offensive board by Connor Lambert. He's scoreless so far tonight.
There he is. Oh, that's a mismatch. They missed him.
Lambert out to Felix. Good look at a three over that zone. It's not there, but he gets his own rebound and nicely hands it off to a cutting Taylor for two. The Longhorns right back.
2 offensive rebounds.
Well, the Horns heard the message at halftime. They've come out with some great energy.
And Michigan wants a timeout. Texas fighting right back. Michigan leading at 45-38. But Felix finding Isaiah Taylor nicely. The Horns right back.
You heard some pretty direct words from head coach Shaka Smart when I interviewed him there coming out of the locker room, that the defensive effort just wasn't there, and his team has certainly responded early here in the second half. A lot of energy, really hawking the ball.
Well, it certainly starts with energy, Tom, but of course that energy has to be coupled with discipline. So you don't start hacking them and sending them to the line.
Robinson now in the game for Michigan. He had those 3 points, or 3 3-pointers in the first half. And Irvin gives to Robinson with Felix on him. 3 on the shot clock. Robinson driving on the shorter man. Ridley coming over with good defense, but following it up. Staying right with it, Michigan.
Yeah, Ridley got a piece of that ball in the first shot, but a nice follow-up.
He never gave up on the play and puts Michigan back up 47-38.
That was very close to a shot clock violation, too.
Inside Ridley, standing on the line, out of bounds.
Doyle did a nice job there, giving him a nudge to make sure he got on that line.
We've seen, as we have with Robinson recently, guys not giving up on plays, following their shots, getting their own rebounds tonight. It's been a good high level throughout. Irvin drives. Nice move. Zach Irvin. Michigan back to a double-figure lead. Irvin with 8. Ridley wants it down low. Isaiah Taylor to Holland, baseline all the way in, back outside. Taylor with the 3, not there. Here comes Walton for Michigan. Walton running all the way down the lane, not there. Follow up LeVert. He stayed right with it.
Coach Smart was calling for a timeout. His team didn't see him. They got in transition, so now he's going to let him play it out.
LeVert with his 13th point. Michigan with its biggest lead.
We've seen that a number of times this week, haven't we, Tom? A coach trying to call timeouts. Of course, they're not allowed to call live ball timeouts anymore.
Felix answers in the corner for Texas with a 3.
There you go.
How many times?
Let your guys play. And then they don't want it when they can get it. Let your guys play a little bit.
How often has Felix done that, though, Seth and Kenny? He just seems to hit the shot to stop that momentum. He's about 3 times tonight he's done that to answer a big play from Michigan.
LeVert inside Doyle, blocked by Lambert. Doyle gives it, tries to give it outside. It's knocked out of bounds. Nice play by Connor Lambert. Michigan up by 10. Leading the way as expected, Karis LeVert with this nice follow-up. Of Michigan, and of course, if you are a Michigan fan, you love LeVert. Karis LeVert leading the way tonight with 13 points, helping the Wolverines back up to a 10-point lead.
You know, LeVert has certainly come into this tournament as advertised. I know Seth was very high on him when we came to see the Michigan shoot-around, but he is the real deal. He can pass, he can shoot.
They have not made any three-pointers yet. They hit 11 in the first half.
Well, I think part of that's because of the Texas defense. They've been getting that hand up, staying disciplined, high energy, just not giving up the open looks like they gave up in the first half.
Michigan's ball as we get back to action. Duncan Robinson, big first half, 3 for 3, three-point range, gives it outside to LeVert. LeVert, shot clock, had to put it up, only 2 seconds to go on that inbounds, and it will be a violation.
Good job again defensively, though. He did have to go up quick, but Texas was there.
Mack has returned. Tevin Mack in the lineup for Texas. Taylor has it knocked away. Here's Robinson leaving it for Walton. Nice assist, Duncan Robinson, and finishing it off, Derek Walton.
I think he may have been trying to get it to Zach Irvin, and it was deflected. And now Ridley on Mo Wagner is a much better matchup for Texas offensively. Wagner the better offensive player, Doyle stronger defensively.
Taylor drives, spins, not there, he'll go to the line.
Taylor just hadn't been able to get it going offensively in this tournament. He came in leading scorer on the team. Obviously, he's got a lot of skill.
Here it is, nice steal here by Robinson. And beautifully leaving it for Walton, well aware of all going on around him.
Well, Taylor really depends, Tom, on scoring from the foul line. He's only had 2 made three-pointers all season, which is not easy to overcome from your point guard. He's got the ball in his hand more than any other player on the team. You want to at least be a threat from three-point range, but he is really good at driving to the rim and getting fouled.
Kerwin Roach comes back in the lineup. He's in there with Holland.
Pretty quick lineup in now for the Longhorns. Only Ridley and 4 quick players.
LeVert front court. Irvin. Robinson with the fake, backs off, there's the 3. This one misses, his first of the night.
He's much better in catch and shoot. If he's got to move around and then set his feet, not quite as good.
All right, Cameron Ridley needs to go down low and camp out and call for that ball.
Here he is, Ridley, backing in on Wagner, gives it over to Mack for the 3 from the corner that's there.
A nice job by the big man. He got the ball down low, lost his balance, found the spot-up shooter, and he made the Wolverines pay.
Tevin Mack, his first basket.
Let's see if that gets Tevin Mack on track.
He's been shooting it horribly from three-point range, 14% coming in. 3 for 15 now on the season.
Nice pass, backdoor. Irvin puts it through. A great assist by Duncan Robinson. He's had 2 nice ones here in this half.
And once again, Tevin Mack getting lost on the back door.
There's the steal, but a whistle and a foul.
Tevin Mack, I illustrated this earlier once again. Losing Zach Irvin again. You know, asking a freshman to defend against Michigan, it's like asking a pre-algebra student to take a calculus course. Not high school anymore.
eBay back in the lineup. Prince eBay down the lane. Mack can't get it to go. Pushing off on the rebound inside. eBay pushed off by Wagner. And the Michigan freshman picking up the foul. That is his 3rd.
It was a very difficult shot that the Longhorns just took. Bailed out on the foul on the offensive rebound.
Roach, 17-footer, not there, foul inside. This one against the Longhorns. Against Prince eBay, his third. Wagner goes out. Doyle comes back in for Michigan. And LeVert will inbound. Irvin over to Robinson. Nicely done as Walton brings it in friendly hard way. Three on the way. Not there for Walton. Inside, pushing off. Foul called on Robinson.
Even though Walton missed a shot, you see how well he and LeVert work together. Karis LeVert does such a good job finding guys off the dribble. Just couldn't make the shot go down.
Robinson has picked up 2 quick fouls here with 12:26 to go in the game.
I think that's one of the things I've been most impressed with LeVert. Yes, we knew he was a dynamic offensive scorer, but his ability to find his teammates, great court vision.
Roach gives it to Mack just inside the arc. Robinson the rebound, Michigan. Walton in front court. And it's stolen away by Roach. Roach running for Texas. All the way down. Irvin claims. Here's LeVert. Leaves it for Robinson. A three is there. Duncan Robinson, his fourth three of the game. He has 14. Michigan has hit 12 threes tonight.
That's a 5-point swing. Texas not able to convert on the fast break. Bad numbers.
Down the lane, Davis foul.
And then Robinson came back and buried the three.
Duncan Robinson has hit 4 3-pointers tonight. The Wolverines have hit a dozen of them, and they have their biggest lead of 13. To Paradise Island, Nassau, the Bahamas. The Wolverines still hot. They're shooting 56% from the field. They have 58 points on the board and a 13-point lead. 11 and a half minutes to go. There's been a contributing factor tonight. Duncan Robinson off the bench with 14 points, including 4 out of 5 from three-point range, a pair of nice assists, and a couple of steals also for the young man who came in from Williams College, Division III Williams College, the 6'8" sophomore from Newcastle, New Hampshire.
Coach Beeline came into this tournament, and he is going to leave this tournament having discovered that he's got 2 good weapons in Mo Wagner and, of course, Robinson, the three-point shooter. He knew Robinson had it on the resume, but he is backing it up out here these last 2 games. The guy can just flat out shoot the basketball.
He went 1 for 6 from three-point range in the loss to UConn. So you can see what a difference maker he is. Played for a guy at Williams named Mike Maker, who was a former assistant of John Beeline's. Maker left to take the Marist job. And Duncan Robinson wanted to transfer, was going to go to Marist, thought he could go even at a higher level. Maker called up his old boss, and Beeline looked at some video and said, we'll take him. Stretch 4, he loves him.
Eric Davis hitting that one. He has 9 points, averaging 17 in this tournament. It's been a breakout tournament for the Texas freshman. Michigan beats the press. LeVert has it. LeVert sees an opening outside. Abdur-Rahman back in the lineup. Inside, Doyle knocked away. eBay right there with the defense, and it goes out of bounds off Michigan.
And that's what you lose by not having Wagner on the offensive end. Ball hits the big man, he's wide open, hits him in the hands. Maybe not the most perfect pass ever thrown, but certainly catchable. Doyle couldn't collect.
eBay sets a screen. Taylor drives around Doyle and gets fouled.
Well, that's what Taylor wants to do right there. He wants to penetrate, draw the contact. If he can, dish it off to a Ridley or a Prince eBay. But that's his game right there. Get to the foul line, as you said earlier, Seth.
Nice job using the screen by eBay.
That is the third on Doyle.
Nice job snapping his head back, too, on the contact. That's the new flop, by the way.
The snap.
That's the Grayson Allen move, where you go up, and when you're airborne with the ball, you flail. Make sure the ref sees the contact.
That one rolls around, comes out. Robinson there to bring it out. Mark Donnell returns to the Michigan lineup as Doyle goes out with those 3 fouls. Levert operating out front. Pulls up straightaway 3. Not there. eBay snags it.
Connor Lambert still scoreless tonight for the Longhorns. Hadn't really looked to take that many shots.
I know Texas came into this game thinking that they could not only win the Battle of the Boards, but dominate. So far, Michigan's got them by 2.
There's Lambert, and Lambert hits a 3.
Well, that's a very good sign for Texas. Connor Lambert, an excellent outside shooter, 6 feet 10 inches tall.
Tom, you got any more winners for us, by the way? I think there's a casino somewhere around here.
That's right.
Let me know. How do you feel about 23 black? Does that work for you?
Nice pass inside. Donnell has it rejected, and it will be a goaltend. Or will it be just a foul?
Another great backdoor cut. Vintage beeline basketball.
Simple back cut. eBay almost put himself physically through Mark Donnell.
Just a foul on eBay.
eBay's a foul machine.
Donnell misses that. And there he goes with 4 fouls to the sideline. Prince eBay, and back in is Cameron Ridley.
You know, guys want playing time. The surest way to cut your own playing time is to commit a lot of fouls. Coach trying to put you in the game, and you take yourself out.
Donnell rolls that one in. Michigan back up 9. They've led by as many as 13. Holland with Robinson on him. Taylor comes out of the scrum with it, takes it all the way in with the left hand. Perseverance paying off for Isaiah Taylor.
Nice quick hands by Isaiah Taylor. Just would not give up on that play. He outfought about 3 or 4 different players for it. Excellent play. Good hustle.
Michigan does not like this full court pressure. Oh, that was a 10-second violation.
10-second one. First one we have seen in this tournament.
It sure was, John. I was looking right at the shot clock. It hit 20 before it crossed the midcourt line.
So havoc there, forcing a turnover. That is the Shaka Smart coaching way.
I love watching John Beilein work the refs, man. He looks like a social studies teacher in high school.
He's a master.
He likes to win.
Taylor skips it over in the corner. Davis hits the 3. Eric Davis, and here comes Texas. He has 10, Longhorns within 4, and the pressure continues.
Nice job by Taylor finding the open player cross court.
Levert up to Robinson. (10-1) run right now by the Longhorns. Out front, Walton for 3. 13 threes tonight for Michigan. 11 points.
Great offensive set. Swing pass from Duncan Robinson. Smart basketball.
Walton with 11-3 Wolverines in double figures. Michigan 62-55. Lambert. Right back. He has a pair of threes in the last few minutes. And Texas within 4 again.
They got that across at 9 seconds.
Levert around Lambert. Donnell with a 3.
Not a good shot. There's a reason he was open.
Taylor spinning in the lane. In the corner, Davis, three. Not there, Levert rebounds.
Nice extra pass by Connor Lambert, though. He could have taken that shot. He saw he had Davis in the corner. Good look by Davis, just couldn't knock it down.
Nothing on the offensive glass tonight for Texas. I'm surprised.
Donnell hands to Levert. Whistle, foul. It's going against the Longhorns. Michigan leads it 62-58. Shaka Smart and his Longhorns making a run. Big man Connor Lambert with a pair of big threes. Scored in a game here in the battle for Atlantis.
Well, the irony for Texas is, for all the talk about their playing defense without fouling, they've got the without fouling part down pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, they've only committed 9 fouls tonight. Usually Ridley and Ebay are good for 9 between them, but they've been able to keep that part of it in check. And I just get the feeling that they've gone too far the other way. Now they're out of balance. They're afraid to be aggressive defensively, and that's leaving open shooters for Michigan. And Michigan has a type of shooters where they get 1 or 2 to go down, and their confidence just goes through the roof.
Levert, Robinson, Walton.
So the answer's somewhere between those two extremes.
Irvin and Wagner back in the lineup now for Michigan. Foul out front, and it's against Isaiah Taylor. Too close. Taylor's picked up 2 quick fouls.
Yeah, 2 touch fouls for Taylor.
The other problem for Texas is once again shooting poorly from the foul line. 6 for 16. They're down 4.
Robinson trying to get it inbounds to Irvin. Knocked away by Holland. So he'll move to the right side of the basket. Wagner takes it all the way in. Nice move with the left hand. Saw an opening on the baseline and converts.
Yeah.
He has 7.
Ridley just can't give him that baseline right there. That was too easy.
Mo buckets.
Down the lane, DeMarcus Holland, and he draws the foul.
That was not a flop. There was some pretty good contact right there.
That is the 4th on Moritz Wagner.
Let's take a look at that. Look at this. That was some hard contact there. He slid over just a little bit late and picked up the 4th foul. That's a big foul because Wagner is the best offensive threat down in the low post for the Wolverines.
6'10" freshman from Berlin, Germany, goes out with those 4. Mark Donnell comes back in as Holland hits that.
You see Beeline going with Donnell and not Ricky Doyle, which indicates he's looking for some offense, or at least doing a little offense-defense substitution as Michigan's about to get the ball. Texas now pressing after misses.
Levert trying to split the defense. Felix comes, picks it up, still on the floor. Michigan comes away with it. Walton alertly gives to Robinson a notion. Now loses it inside. Donnell gets it, and he's fouled by Felix.
Just good hard playing out here at half court. A lot of bodies on the floor. Both coaches will like the effort. Here we go. Robinson at the end. Lost control, but just good hustle on the offensive end. But that was really some nice action for both teams. And I thought Walton did a nice job there when he finally came up with the ball for Michigan to not force it. He did not have numbers.
Michigan does not like to be pressured. They're very fortunate to be ending up with a scoring opportunity as opposed to a turnover.
Well, they have the right man at the free throw line in Donnell. His first miss of the year is coming right now in this game.
Well, pick and roll. Oh, he was there.
Felix with the fake. pulls up, 17, nails it. Makes judicious use of his shots. And he's pulled Texas within 4 and the pressure again. Irvin beats it. Nice pass inside. Donnell puts it through. Giving him some good minutes off the bench. He has 4, Michigan by 6 again. Taylor driving and muscling it in over Walton. Irvin to Levert, seemed to surprise him. They beat the clock, though, as Walton gets it in front court. Over to Irvin for the 3. Robinson trying to keep it alive. Holland clears for Texas.
Carried it. I thought he carried it.
I thought he did, too. He got away with that one.
And 4 seems to be the number. Texas has gotten that close after trailing by as many as 13, but they haven't been able to get closer. They've never led in this game.
Collins bleeding, I think.
Taylor down the line. It's good, and he's fouled.
Looks to me like Collins bleeding in his lower lip.
Isaiah Taylor with a chance to cut this to 1.
And they're going to take Holland out of the game for that very reason.
And just like that, that's twice now they have just taken it straight at him.
Derek Walton doing everything he can to keep Taylor out of the lane, but once you get body to body, that whistle's going to get blown.
Walton picking up his 3rd on that. Holland does go to the sideline to talk to Shaka Smart. He's staying in the game.
Yeah, he is staying. You can see it on his lower lip there.
Taylor hits it. Closest Texas has been since it was 3-2. They pulled within 1. Here's that press again.
That move to the full court press is what's gotten them back in this game.
Donnell gets it in front court.
Not just the execution, but the mindset that it's instilled. They're much more aggressive defensively right now.
Down the lane, Levert. When in doubt, go to your ace, Karis Levert. He has 15, Michigan 69-66. Both teams coming in here talking about this would be a test. And it is, as Felix puts up a 3 that's short. Donnell, good minutes again with that rebound. He's also added 4 points since coming in.
That's 2 of the last 3 possessions they've missed. Ridley on a nice pick and roll. He was wide open in the lane, just didn't feed it to him.
Levert driving, cut off, pulls up, veteran move. Back-to-back baskets by Levert. He has 17. Lammert gives it back to Taylor, and he charges. That time, Walton keeping his ground and drawing the charge from Taylor. Michigan leads it 71-66. Texas pulling within 1. Michigan going to their man, Karis Levert. He's delivering. Michigan enjoying their stay here. Several of the Wolverines taking the plunge down that famous slide you see in all the Atlantis commercials.
Excellent work with the GoPro.
How about that?
That's high level right there.
That is. We spare no expense. And right now, it's Michigan holding off Texas Longhorns at close to within 1. They have never led in this game. Michigan's led by as many as 13. They've hit 11 three-pointers in the first half. 33 of their 44 first-half points were from three-point land. And in the second half, a couple of threes, but down the stretch here, Karis Levert back-to-back baskets. He has 17 points. That is why he is their All-American candidate. John Beeline's team passing the ball well tonight, hitting their perimeter shots just like you would expect from a Beeline team. Making a beeline in the front court is Walton.
They've done a really good job on the backboards tonight. Michigan has as well. 10 offensive rebounds.
Irvin pulls up and nails the three. A huge three for Zach Irvin. Taylor cut off. Michigan closing the space in the lane after some drives by Texas. Corner, three, no. Rebound brought up by Walton. Irvin comes around, backs off. Ridley way outside on him. Irvin pulls up, loses it. Scramble, still there. Jump ball, arrow is pointing to Texas.
We got a timeout first. I didn't think Texas ever had the ball. I know they were signaling for timeout. It looked like to me like Walton got it. Jerry Pollard heard otherwise.
(74-66) Michigan leads. You look in the huddle of the Wolverines.
Well, you don't have to settle for the three right now. There's still enough time. You can work it inside. You can still try to find Ridley on that pick and roll. It's been there. The last possession when they tried the pick and roll to Ridley, Michigan did a nice job of sliding someone over to take it away, but it has been there.
Let's take a look here at the scramble. Now, you can call timeout if you do have possession of it.
Yeah, man.
And it does look like, is that Felix in there that had both of the arms around? So Texas has the ball.
There are four Michigan arms around the ball and only two Texas arms around the ball.
Just as important with that timeout, the arrow now is still pointing toward Texas. So another tie-up and the Longhorns will get it. Right now, they need to get something done after pulling within one. Michigan is pulling away again. Ridley backs in and puts it in.
Nice strong move by Ridley. Donnell tried to sell it a little bit there. Good no call by the official.
Ridley with 10. Levert in front court. Been a long time between baskets for Ridley, who had a pair of scores here early in this second half. Levert again. Karis Levert, 19.
It's a real luxury not only to have someone of that talent and caliber, wants the ball in a big spot, and everybody knows it.
Lammert inside and the jam by Ridley. Ridley with a dozen. Ridley was a forgotten man for a while. He started off great in the second half.
I'm sorry to belabor this point. I'm annoying myself, believe me, but Cameron Ridley's been open like that all night. They have nobody who can guard him in there.
And remember, he had those 4 points early in the second half, and then there was that lull, and right back to him now.
I mean, it's not like all of a sudden in the last 2 minutes he got big.
Yeah.
He's been big pretty much the whole night, I'm pretty sure.
Pretty much his whole life, I'm guessing.
And I guarantee you, when Shaka Smart and his staff gets back to Austin, they're going to have to look at all this video and figure out a way to get him the ball more. Even if he's not scoring, he draws so much attention from the defense. He's pretty good at passing out of double teams. And that's going to help their outside shooting, which has been a problem so far. Cameron really has to get the ball close to the basket. It's not debatable, but it hasn't happened enough tonight. Otherwise, they wouldn't be down.
Wagner is back in.
But he also has to demand the ball. That's part of the equation.
Wagner getting the inbounds pass from Levert. In the backcourt is Walt, gets it in front court. Irvin and Robinson in there as well.
Here's where we get no closely guarded rule.
Shot clock down to 6. Walton takes it straight away. Ridley there for the rebound.
I think they're going to get Robinson. No,
And for Leaks
on the foul, yeah.
is called for the foul.
A couple of bodies went down. It's too bad because Cam Ridley was right there with the big defensive rebound. That's a huge call.
So instead of Texas possession, away from the ball on the baseline, Robinson's fouled and he goes to the line, shooting a pair. Here's Taylor. In the corner. 3, won't go. Rebound, Walton. And a foul. Lammert picks it up. That is the 9th on Texas. Double bonus for both teams with the next foul.
And that's kind of a microcosm of the way things have gone for Texas tonight. Clean look at a three-point shot. You make it, you're down 3, you got a chance. There's not enough of those. Michigan has torched the Nets. 14 for 25 from behind the arc. Texas hasn't been bad, but not good enough.
Walton has 11. He draws the bonus. And down the stretch, it's been the veterans, Karis LeVert and Derek Walton and Zach Irvin. With some nice play throughout this tournament by Mo Wagner and Duncan Robinson.
Getting Zach Irvin to really produce offensively is probably the #1 good thing for Michigan that's come out of the Bahamas, because he was really hobbling and not at full strength after that back surgery this summer. So every time out on the floor, he's just getting a little bit stronger, a little bit sharper, a little bit more confident. And he was a huge difference maker tonight, 13 points.
And a close-in miss again by Texas, and a foul, and they'll go to the other end, and Michigan now in the double bonus. It was a big weekend in Ann Arbor. Pretty big football game coming up this weekend.
A lacrosse game?
It's a team they seem to have played many times.
Volleyball game? What's going on there tomorrow in Ann Arbor? Is it street fair?
I don't think it's
There seems to be a buzz, but I don't know. Who's your pick, dude? Come on.
I'd lean a little bit maybe towards the maize and blue. You talking straight up?
I like the Buckeyes.
Talking straight up. Walton at the line and hits.
I'm hoping Ezekiel Elliott, or I would imagine he's going to get more than 11 carries tomorrow. Or he may leave the stadium at halftime.
Walton has 13. Wagner gets a nice hand, and he deserves it. He has played well, the 6'10 freshman.
Well, this is the quality win that Michigan wanted, Michigan needed. They had beaten bad teams and lost to good teams. And now they've beaten a good team.
Driving in is Davis to put it through. Davis has had a solid night as well, leading the team in scoring throughout this tournament. It comes to LeVert. He'll dribble it out, and Michigan wins it 78-72 over Texas. They'll leave the island with 2 wins and 4-2 overall. Well, we talked about that when they would play a quality team. They certainly got the test tonight, and I'm sure Shaka Smart learned a little more about his Texas team as they'll get back and get ready now for Big 12 play not that far away.
Well, I'm sure he's disappointed with their defensive execution, not the effort, but the execution. Michigan's a very, very difficult team to guard, especially when they're making outside shots. They're going to get open, and they made just enough shots tonight,
including 14 three-pointers. And they put 4 men in double figures. And leading the way, of course, for them is Karis LeVert, who had 19 points. And he is standing by with Tom.
Karras, 19 points, 3 from 5 from behind the arc. Great game. You really had a nice tournament down here in the Bahamas.
Yeah, it was great to get down here with the team. Outside of basketball, it's a beautiful place to be for Thanksgiving. So we're just thankful to come out here 2-1.
Talk about the team effort there. First half alone, you were 11 for 17 from behind the three-point arc. You had 44 points, 33 from behind the three-point arc. That was vintage John Beeline Michigan basketball, wasn't it?
Yeah, we got great shots. We really shared the ball. We knocked down our open shots. We know we're capable of that when we really pass the ball like that.
Well, congratulations. Great tournament.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Karis LeVert, the most valuable player for Michigan. Their All-American candidate with 19 tonight. The Wolverines hitting 14 threes, 11 of those in the first half, and everyone getting in on the action. It started with Aubrey Dawkins. Good ball movement straight out front was Derek Walton Jr. knocking it down. And then, again, it's Dawkins. Coming off the bench, Duncan Robinson, 3 for 3 from three-point range in that first half. All but 11 of Michigan's points in the first half coming from outside. And Karis LeVert also nailing it. They're a three-point shooting team. When they get hot, it can be over, and it was tonight. The Wolverines defeating Texas here in the battle for Atlantis. 78-72. They led by as many as 13. They led all the way in this game. Coming up, a matchup between the Conference USA Charlotte 49ers and the Pac-12 Washington Huskies. As the basketball action continues, as we get ready to wrap up this 5th edition of the Battle for Atlantis, we will be back in just a moment here on AXS TV.